important engineering course. So nowadays we are seeing there will be a lot of development in automobile sector. From the last 10 years, if you observe, so many MNC companies, that is foreign companies, enter into the Indian market regarding two-wheelers, four-wheelers, and transport vehicles. Okay, and even in Andhra Pradesh also, from the last 2 years, if you observe, so Korean company Kia Motors, they started manufacturing automobiles. In Chennai, there are so many automobile manufacturers are there. If you observe what are the international automobile companies, most of the companies, they have production units in India. So there will be a lot of employment for mechanical engineers. So automobile means there is a body manufacturers, frame manufacturers, engine manufacturers, auxiliaries manufacturers, like this. So in every automobile, there will be thousands of components. For every component, there will be a separate production facility. Like this automobile engineering, automobile industry, it creates a lot of employment. That's why for every mechanical engineering, engineer, so you should be thorough in automobile engineering, and there will be a very good scope of getting employment in automobile industry. Okay. And coming to this course, automobile engineering, the prescribed textbook is Kripal Singh. So Kripal Singh is the prescribed textbook. It had volume 1 and volume 2. Okay, so that is very standard book. Okay, for automobile engineering, and there will be some other reference books, Rajput and all these things will be there. But so Kripal Singh is very standard textbook for automobile engineering. And so here also this automobile engineering will study as a 5 units. In first unit, we'll discuss some basics of what is automobile, what is four-wheel automobiles and two-wheelers automobiles, what are the major components will be there in the automobile. In second unit, we'll discuss transmission system. So transmission system is, that is gearbox. So what is meant by transmission systems? What type of the gearbox we'll use? How gearboxes, how it works. There will be manual transmission, automatic transmissions. So all these things we'll discuss in the second unit. And in third unit, we'll discuss steering systems. So steering systems, there will be the front wheel steering and back wheel steerings, like this. There will be different steering mechanisms are there. So that we'll discuss in the third unit. And in fourth unit, we'll discuss suspension systems. Suspension system means, that is springs. Because so to observe all the vibrations, we use suspension systems. So what are the different types of suspension systems, and what is mechanical suspension systems? Okay, and shock absorbers, independent suspension systems, like this. Different types of suspension systems we'll discuss. Not only that, we'll discuss in brake systems. Okay, so brake system means, so how brake system it works, what is meant by mechanical brake system, what is meant by hydraulic brake system, what is meant by pneumatic brake system, and vacuum brake systems. All these things we'll discuss. Sorry, in fourth unit. In fifth unit, we'll discuss emissions from the automobiles. What are the different, how to reduce the emissions, what are the different standards of emissions, and regarding fuel injection systems, electrical systems, all these things we'll discuss in the fifth unit. Like this, regarding the complete automobile engineering, we'll discuss in these 5 units. And prescribed textbook is Kripal Singh. Okay, now we'll go to this first unit. So basics of automobile engineering. Okay, So in basics of automobile engineering, we'll discuss so how the automobile engineering starts, what are the different classification of automobile engineering, and what is the basic structure of the automobile, what are the different components, so how it works, okay, and their functions we'll discuss. So automobile generally we use for transport of people or goods. So automobiles we used to transport of people and goods from one place to the other place. Okay. So here he is telling a definition that automobile is a self-propelled vehicle which travels on ground. The power required to propel the vehicle is supplied by an engine. So automobiles are used to transport people and goods from one place to another place. So automobile is a self-propelled vehicle. That means engine. So every vehicle there will be engine. That engine it produces power. Using power, so the automobile it starts moving from one place to the other place. So the examples: scooters, it is a two-wheeler; motorcycles, cars, it is a four-wheeler; and buses and trucks. Okay. So depends upon the loading. So we use, okay. So in four-wheelers, okay, there will be six-wheelers, there will be eight-wheelers. That when load increases, number of wheels we have to increase. When coming to the history, in olden days, when there is no engines, generally we use animals. Animals means horses. Horses we use for transport to carry the people and goods from one place to the another place. So after the development of this technology and fuels, okay, gasoline we start using as a fuel instead of horses. Since gasoline means it is a petrol. So in some foreign countries, petrol they called as a gasoline. Since gasoline they start using as a fuel, it is called as a gas buggies. The vehicles that time they called as gas buggies or horseless buggies. So here buggy means vehicle. And the first automobile was built by Karl Benz in Germany in 1885 and 1886. So now that Karl Benz, now we're calling a Benz vehicle, Mercedes Benz. It had three wheels, one in front and two in rear. Okay, so something like some auto. That the first automobile it seems to be auto. Today, automotive industry is one of the biggest in the world. As for the recent survey, 12 million people are working in the automobile field in US. So this is one out of every 7 workers. So 12 million people means that is 1.2 crore people are working in automobile industries in US. And if you take an automobile, every automobile there will be some thousands of components will be there. So here he is telling that almost 15,000 separate parts are required and are put together to make an automobile. So you want to make one automobile means how many parts required? 15,000. Now we'll see the classification of automobiles. So the first classification is load. On the basis of load, generally automobiles are classified as HMV and LMV. HMV means heavy motor vehicle and LMV means light motor vehicle. Okay, and these heavy motor vehicles are also called as heavy transport vehicles, and light motor vehicles are called as light transport vehicles. Okay, so heavy trucks and buses comes under HMV, and these vans, cars, jeeps comes under LMV. So this is the very important classification. It is based on load. The vehicles are classified as heavy motor vehicles and light motor vehicles. So the second classification is on the basis of wheels. So on the basis of wheels, a number of wheels we classified as two-wheeler vehicle, three-wheeler vehicle, four-wheeler vehicle, and six-wheeler vehicles. So two-wheeler vehicles means all scooters, motorcycles, and scooties comes under two-wheeler vehicles. And coming to the three-wheeler vehicle, so auto rickshaws, three-wheeler scooters, and tempos comes under three-wheeler vehicles. Four-wheeler vehicle means cars, jeeps, trucks, buses. Six-wheeler vehicle means heavy trucks comes under six-wheeler vehicles. There is another important classification, that is on the basis of fuel used. On the basis of fuel used, it is classified as petrol vehicles, petrol vehicles are all scooters, motorcycles, and cars also. If you use diesel as a fuel, it's called as a diesel vehicle. Trucks and buses comes under this. If you there will be electric vehicles where we have to use battery drive. That means batteries. You have to charge the batteries. The vehicle takes power from the batteries. So there will be steam vehicles. Nowadays we are not using the steam vehicles. So gas vehicles, we are using CNG and LNG. CNG means compressed natural gas, and LNG means liquefied petroleum gases. Also we are using as a fuels for these automobiles. So there is another classification on the basis of a body. The vehicles are classified as a sedan vehicle. A sedan means that is a long vehicle. This long vehicle with two doors and long vehicle, the sedan with four doors. There will be a station wagon vehicle. There will be convertible vehicles. Generally, jeeps are convertible vehicles. We can convert into any in any shape as per our requirement. There will be vans. There will be some special purpose vehicles like ambulance, milk van, etc. There is another important classification on the basis of transmission. So transmission means that is a gearbox. So conventional vehicles with manual transmission, that is car with 5 gears. So there is another transmission system, that is automatic transmission system. In case of automatic transmission system, so it won't require gearbox automatically. So that means automatic transmission system gears are not required to be changed manually. Automatically changes as per the speed of the vehicle. When speed increases, automatically the gears automatically it engages. That is called automatic. So there are two types of transmission systems: conventional transmission system and automatic transmission system. There is another classification based on the position of the engine. In some vehicles the engine is in front side, and some vehicles engine is in back side. If your engine is in front side, it is called as a front engine vehicles. So generally in India, most of the vehicles are front engine vehicles.